everybody, and welcome to another video. We start this one off, we're on the M23 going to Gatwick, and nothing actually happens here. I just wanted to have a little chat about a certain thing that's happened to me recently. Like you, I watch a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of dash cam and all sorts of things I watch, and everybody seems to have these adverts on their channel constantly. Some of them have 2 or 3 adverts in there, and I'm not talking about the ones that YouTube put on there, how we get paid. It's their own promotional ones that they put on. Loads of them do it. I have had so many offers to do the same thing, I can't tell you. I can't keep up with the amount of emails that I get from offers. And apart from the odd dashcam one that I've done reviews on dashcam in my association with VFO. I turn them all down. I can't, you know, I can't promote certain things. Don't really want to promote certain things. I've got to tell you, I've had an interesting one come through the other day. Believe it or not, it's a dashcam channel. I do some silly stuff as well as just showing stupid driving and stuff. But the guy emailed me and wanted me to promote sex toys. It's like, have you actually seen my channel to actually send me an email that you want me to do a demonstration on sex toys? Yeah, obviously I refused them. It was after asking Sarah, what do you think? And she said, let me stop you there. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time she said that to me. And in amongst all the emails, you do get the odd scammer, obviously. Well, I say the odd, there's quite a few of them. Everyone's had the email from Abu from Nigeria. Because of their tax laws, he's got to get rid of $250,000 and he wants to sponsor this channel. Unfortunately, it's going to cost me $25 to actually verify my account. Yeah, so a lot of scammers out there. Shame that one cost me $25 to find it out. And yes, obviously, like most channels, I've got my affiliate links down below. I've even got my own merchandise shop down below, and you can check that out in the description. But I don't try and ram this stuff down your throat, and loads of these channels do that, and it does wear a bit thin sometimes, doesn't it? But I did get an email from a certain company that related to this channel. It really does relate to this channel, and I accepted their offer of doing a video for them, which I will show you in a little while. Now, normally, if you're watching this channel, you're into driving, or you have been into driving, and when I look at all my stats and figures of my audience, we are starting to get a little bit old. It's an aging channel, shall I say. We're mature. No, that's the word. Mature. I've got a mature audience. So it does cover that. And they had a little problem. This company had a little problem that they wanted me to solve. So bear with me while we watch this video. There will be some normal stuff afterwards, some normal idiots driving and stuff like that. But bear with me while we just watch this video that I made for this company. May I introduce you to this? The Always an Audi retirement home. This is not like any other nursing home that you've ever seen before.
Not a nursing home. How many times do I gotta say this? It's a retirement community.
Sorry, T. Yes, he's right though. This is a retirement community just for Audi drivers. You have to have owned an Audi to get in here. Otherwise, you cannot get in here. You have to have owned an Audi. Now, this nursing home...
Not a nursing home. How many times do I gotta say this? It's a retirement community.
This retirement community centre contacted me asking me to help out. And can I promote this? I was going to say nursing home again. Okay, deep breath. And now let's start again, shall we? Now, this retirement community centre contacted me asking me for some advice. Because, obviously, I know Audi drivers very, very well indeed. Too well, in actual fact. Now, the problem that they were having is that they don't treat this like a nursing home. It is a retirement community. So what that basically means is they got a lot of freedom. They can walk out the front door. They can go shopping and stuff like that. And the trouble is, they're former Audi drivers, remember, so they start getting a little bit embarrassing, like trying to chat up young girls in the high street and stuff. And some have got early signs of dementia, I think, because they still think they're in the war trying to find the enemy down a hole. You know, they are a danger to their self, you know, they're looking confused and everything else. You know, your typical Audi driver, you know, some of them are actually getting hurt in the road, you know, and some of them are all right, they just want to go out and have a smoke. Read of a newspaper and stuff like that. you know, but there are some that are dangerous to themselves. Some of them have actually gone down to the coast and they can't remember how to get back home. Now, the thing is, some of them are okay, but not very many. Remember, they're Audi drivers. So some of them were going into the kitchen and making themselves something to eat, but they were leaving all the knives out like this, dangerous for the ones that, the reckless ones, you know, the 99% of Audi drivers that are reckless and dangerous. So to cut a long story short, because I've gone on enough, my job was to stop them doing it, but without making this look like a prison, without locking doors, without locking away all the knives and stuff like that that could be dangerous for the other ones. Now, to be fair, the owners of this retirement community home have actually spent a lot of money on doctors to try and get this problem resolved. As you can see, some of these doctors are experts in their field, but they could not do it. So it was down to me to do it. It took me 2 days. It took me 2 days to work out what they wanted and how to resolve it. It was simple. So how do you stop a retired Audi driver with possibly a little bit of dementia going on from hurting theirself in the kitchen? The simple and quick solution is to put an indicator stalk on top of the knives. They don't go anywhere near an indicator stalk, do they? So that was one problem solved. The next one, how do you stop them escaping without actually locking the door? Yes, you put an indicator stalk on the door handle and they cannot open the door because they go absolutely nowhere near an indicator stalk. Now, the only problem I have with this is the company itself cannot hire any Audi drivers or former Audi drivers because the same result applies. They will not be able to leave and they will not be able to go anywhere near the kitchen. I have tried this out myself at home with the wife, with my vodka. It doesn't work with people that have never driven or owned an Audi. So as Sarah has never driven or owned an Audi, it has no effect on her whatsoever. That bloody stalk cost me $14.99, I'll have you know, from Amazon to do a soppy gag like that. Yes, I know. So let me know in the comments section down below whether you think I should cut that sort of stuff out or a little bit of silliness doesn't hurt anyone, does it? Before we get on to the normal stuff, I just want to tell you another thing that keeps happening. I keep getting comments about how do I deal with awkward customers and everything else. Well, it is hard actually, because the people like Uber and stuff like that, they give you no help whatsoever if you've had a problem with someone. They just do nothing. They turn a blind eye to the bloody thing. And yes, I've been hit a few times, and the one that really gets me, the one that hurts me more than the physical ones, are the rude ones, the rude kids that think they know more than me, think they know better than me, you know. And this one is one of these. It was a young girl who I was picking up from Epsom. She was going to Guildford. Both areas I know quite well. So I'm waiting there, and she kept me waiting for 10 minutes. 10 minutes outside her house. She gets in the car, she's all flustered. We need to go back the other way. And it's sort of like, why, you want to go to Guildford in reverse gears, do you? Because Guildford's that way in front of us. No, but if we go back that way, you can get onto the A240, onto the A3, straight into Guildford. The A240 is about 3 miles back the wrong way, so we're going in the wrong direction for starters, and there's roadworks on the A240 at the moment. It was when this was going on anyway. So she was wrong, but she wouldn't have it. Now, years ago, we used to be on a different pay rate. Uber paid you differently. Now we're on fixed fares, so anything that they tell you to do, these customers that are wrong like that, you didn't mind doing. Now it's different. We're on fixed rates, so it comes out of my pocket. When she's giving me wrong information like that, telling me a wrong direction, the 20 minutes, 25 minutes longer it takes me to get there comes out of my pocket. Anyhow, I did what she wanted. She wanted to go back the other way, even though I said to her, you're going to put 25 minutes on this journey. No, we're not. I was close. It was 20 minutes that it put on compared to the sat-nav, what it said on the sat-nav. And not only that, she was rude all the way down the road. You know, it was my fault that she was late. Even though I'd been waiting outside her house for 10 minutes, it was my fault that we were late. It was my fault that there was traffic there. And then she starts telling me which lane to get into and stuff like that. It's sort of like, I was driving before you were itching your daddy's pants, so don't tell me which lane to get into. There's a reason why you're in an Uber. It's because you can't drive yourself. So we weren't on best of terms. Anyway, I dropped her off, and she was as miserable as sin when she got out of the car. Because obviously it was my fault that we drove into a lot of traffic the way she had told me to go. That is their mentality, I'm afraid. Anyway, a few days later, I get the same job again. The same bloody job. And guess what? She kept me waiting another 10 minutes outside her house. But this time, she didn't ask me to go back the other way. We went the way that I was going to go in the first place. And we got there a lot bloody quicker than going the other way. Now, this is her in the car now. She's telling me, still telling me, which lane to get into.
I think it's the right lane you're supposed to be in.
They're both straight on, but that right hand lane, if there's someone turning right,
yeah, but you can still go straight on through there.
Oh, you can do, yeah. But if someone's turning right, you're stuck.
Now, I think I was actually quite polite there. She wants me to do what that van's doing, and I'm not prepared to do it, even though someone could be turning right up there and I could be stuck behind them. This junction's been on the channel quite a few times with idiots that don't indicate when they get to the corner here, and she's telling me you're supposed to get in the right hand lane. It just sums up what she's like, doesn't it? And she wants me to do something like that, which didn't happen, by the way. So she's still in the car, nothing to do with her now at the moment, and got this car coming on from the left hand side, and I'm not moving over because I'm taking a junction straight afterwards, and it literally is straight afterwards. Now he's done nothing wrong, I've done nothing wrong. We both did it okay, but we've got the countdown timers already, countdown signs rather, all ready for the junction. So it's pointless me coming over. But look, I've got to have an awkward customer in the car with Audi drivers doing things like that just cuts across me here. I'm going to show you where he's come from behind, and what is behind me. Look, nothing behind me. Nothing behind me is the third car back there. Could he not just move over now? No, he has to go past me and then get into my braking distance to come off at the junction. I mean, this is why a lot of Uber drivers are shockingly bad as well, because they could be having issues in the car with customers that are awkward, and then you get an idiot like that do something, and now we're looking at him. What lane's he gonna go? Okay, he's going in the left turn only lane. All right, left turn only, which is where that well, it's obvious, isn't it? Left turn where them cars are going. No, it's an Audi, always an Audi. So a little bit further down the road, this girl, again, it's always my fault, we run into traffic when we get to Guildford. We go here, and she wants to go to Guildford Station. Okay, and Guildford Station is just past that big building on the left hand side there. But we run into a little bit of traffic here, and it's literally traffic because of traffic lights. It's not traffic as such, it's traffic lights. And then she tells me she's getting out. She doesn't ask, I'm getting out here.
Out here. Okie doke. See you later.
Again, I think I was quite polite, considering that she's just slammed the seatbelt in the door. So I've got a seatbelt hanging out of the door now. So all she wants to do is turn left, this next left, and go down there. But she wouldn't wait. She wouldn't wait for the few seconds to get round the corner. I would have beaten her there. But she's that... Oh, she's so... Oh, I can't say it. I can't say it.
What a miserable fucking cow that is.
So yeah, all I had to do was turn left here and then do another left, and I'm into the station. But she had to get out because she knows best, obviously. She thinks she's going to beat me there for some strange reason. Anyway, I did look in the mirror, and she was walking funny. I felt a little bit bad for a few seconds, maybe 2 or 3. because I thought, oh, I've been having a go at and getting upset with this disabled person. But then I did notice it wasn't. She still had the silver spoon sticking out of her arse that must have been really uncomfortable. So I've had this girl twice now. There won't be a third time, but I will accept the job and I will wait outside her house for 10 minutes. And when she comes out, I think I'll just drive off in front of her and collect my £4.50 cancellation fee. So next up, I have a question. When is it acceptable to double park and then casually open your door with traffic coming towards you? Obviously it's an Audi, because as you know, it's always an Audi. Now for me, going to get your newspapers and your Werther's originals is not acceptable to double park. Not for me, that's not urgent enough. I don't think so anyway. Also, it's bloody dangerous the way he's done it anyway. Just opens his door, doesn't care what's coming. So let us know in the comments down below. What do you think? Should he be doing that just to go and get his newspapers and his Werther's originals? I'll tell you what though, he's an old boy. I should have really stopped and given him details of my Always an Audi retirement community centre. I could go round actually collecting people like the child catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but going round collecting soppy old Audi drivers. If I worked on commission, I'd make a bloody fortune. So in this next clip, we are looking at this guy here. He is a private hire driver. He's not one of Sadiq Khan's licence to kill assassins, but he is a private hire nonetheless. There's a little weenie plate by his number plate that you can't see. It's so small, I don't know why they bother putting it on. Now we're looking at him. I don't know where he's licensed from, what country he's licensed from, because he's got no idea. We're on a slip road coming up to the M25. This lane and the lane next to me goes to the same place, but he goes across the solid lines to get onto the motorway. Why not just stay in this lane? It goes exactly the same place to lane 1. Yeah, professional driver my arse. We haven't finished with him yet because he's obviously distracted, or he just is a really bad driver, because that wasn't too bad back there. Wrong and a finable offence going over solid lines, but this one is even worse when you see this one. Now I'll speed it up here and you can see that there's signs. Yeah, there's a lot of signs telling you what lanes you need to be in. Yeah, this guy drives for a living. He drives for a living, so he should be used to looking at road signs, knowing which way to go. Even if he's not, even if he's in a place where he's not used to driving, he would be under a sat nav which will tell him what lanes to be in. When it comes to junctions, they will be showing him and telling him where to go. So there is no excuse for this. Not unless he got a job offer here or something and then thought, oh, I know, I'll just do this. Bear with us, it's coming. Professional driver, someone that gets paid to drive for a living, makes a mistake like that. Unacceptable. I'm sorry, unacceptable. Now a lot of people say to me on incidents like that, it might not be the private hire driver that's driving. Well, if it isn't, then they're driving illegally, because the car itself has got a license. So only licensed private hire drivers can drive a licensed private hire car. Well, I hope that makes sense. That's the way it works in London anyway. Now in this clip, we're just coming up to a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit road, so we're all building our speed up. The motor in front of me on a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit road just starts to brake. About an indicator, yeah? Got indicators on that thing? No? Now in this clip, we're coming up to this set of traffic lights. There's two lanes. One goes right and the other one goes straight on or left. But if you look on the ground, it says straight on hospital right there in there. Now I know the hospital is to the right hand side, it's down the right hand side, but it's a first phase and second phase of the lights. The reason they got to put a straight on there is because if they put a right turn arrow there, people would be turning right straight after these set of traffic lights, which is a one-way coming from the right, going straight across us. Now I've been told, and I've also seen it on YouTube, on different YouTube channels, that they do that to help out foreign drivers, because if you put a right turn only lane there, they will be turning right straight after these lights, straight down a one-way street the wrong way. So they've got to put the straight on arrow there until it is the right turn, which is just up here. The only trouble is, whatever happens, it doesn't stop you seeing that red light there. There's obviously a right turn arrow there now, but there is a red light that you're going through, mate.
It's a red light, mate. That's a red light, you numpty.
Now in this next clip we are approaching a roundabout, and as we all know, it's priority to traffic approaching from the right. The road in front of us coming towards us has priority over where that van is coming out. So have a little guess. What make of car? What person? What type of job do they do? I'll give you a little clue.
Idiot.
So if you had a Birkin, a Merc and one of Sadiq Khan's License to Kill assassins, you won a free tour around my retirement community centre. Now in this next clip I bet you don't see it. I will blow it up so you can see it, but I bet you don't see it first time. That's not pretty obvious, is it? I mean, look at that. What an absolute joke. Sharon, do you want to tell him? Do you want to tell him again where you get your leggings from? So a little bit further down the road, we're waiting at these traffic lights, which are red, which means stop. We're looking over there. Well, it means stop for most of us, but not these people. Now, can we call him a cyclist? He's on a bike, isn't he? We got to call him a cyclist. I know he's a little tow rag, but he is a cyclist, yeah? And we know cyclists don't stop at red lights, or a big percentage of them don't stop at red lights. We're looking at these lights here. Coming towards us are the same colour as what's going to my left-hand side. So when they go red, it means it's red for that guy that's over there opposite us. And guess what? He's a cyclist as well. Look at the bike on the back of the car. He's still wearing his bloody lycra. And I bet that number plate is covered up by that bike as well.
That would have been red.
Now in this clip, we're just going to go through these lights, and I'm going to show you a clip now that I show you this time and time and time again. It's a Fiat 500, the trainee Audi driver, coming towards us with only one light working. These cars are absolutely pony. I wish I'd kept count of how many times I see these vehicles with no lights, no proper working lights. Now in this clip we are looking at the car behind this Mercedes, the red car behind this Mercedes. Now with the skill level of steering that this person's got, it's driving way too fast for its capabilities. It's shocking. It's just such a bad steerer of a car, but it's got a very good right foot. It knows how to put the right foot down, because it catches me up so quickly here, and then obviously the usual, gets too close to me. But we are approaching a roundabout in a minute, and it tries to overtake me here. Look, it's having a little look, or it's just crap at steering. It really is crap at steering anyway, which I'm going to show you this in a minute when we go around the mini roundabout. And you'll see it again here. Look at that. I mean, why are you steering so harshly there? You know, your skill level is awful, but your right foot don't match your skill level. So you should be driving a lot slower because you are not a very good driver. And I'll show you this at the mini roundabout in a second. When we turn right, both of us turn right, but she, I think it's a she driving, it's very hard to see, but I think it's a she, loses control of her car. So here we go. Now, what was all that about? That is losing control of your car, isn't it? The oversteer and going over the top of the roundabout, and you still can't get it right. Obviously, all the way down this road, she's way too close to me. And yeah, just awful driving. I mean, if there was something coming the opposite direction there at that mini roundabout, I don't know if she'd have been able to control the car to get out of the way of it. Obviously, we're coming to another roundabout, and obviously the same effect of just driving straight over the top of it. Yeah, terrible skill level of steering there. I mean, you should not be this close to me if your driving standards of steering is that bad. I mean, look at that. That is an absolute joke. Absolute joke. Now in this clip we're coming into Epsom, and the inside lane is pretty chockers. The A24 that goes off to Leatherhead. Two cars can't get in the correct lane. Guess what cars they are? Oh look, it's a BMW. And look at the other one that's just snuck in there. Look, oh, it's a BMW. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Now we're coming up here and we're turning right. We don't want to be going over to the left, so we're not queue jumping or anything. Now if I've got a green light up here, that cyclist coming from the right hand side, I would say has definitely got a red light there. I know he's turning left, but I'm not 100% sure that there's a filter light on there. I wouldn't think so, but they don't stop at red lights anyway, do they? And if they don't stop at red lights, they avoid them. Technically avoid them. I've got a cyclist in front of me. I'm still in Epsom. That's Epsom College to the left hand side. We are coming up to a set of traffic lights that are going to be red. Now if you don't want to be going through a red light, you avoid them by going up onto the pavement. Just going along here and just turning left and just avoid the red light here. And as there was no sign saying that that is a bike lane or a shared pathway, she shouldn't really be on there. Now in this clip it's your petrol head moment for you, and as per usual I haven't got a clue what it is. I don't even know what modern day cars are, never mind old things like this. Now in this clip someone wants to play chicken with me. You are not a chicken. Now this car in the middle lane, if he was driving an Audi, I would be out there trying to catch him for my retirement community centre. Because the poor old boy, he really hasn't got a clue what he's doing wrong here. I really believe he hasn't got a clue what he's doing wrong. He is your typical middle lane hogger. The ones that call it the driving lane. That's the driving lane. You got the inside lane for the lorries, the driving lane is for the middle lane, and then you got the outside lane which is for overtaking. Obviously we all know that that is bullshit, but he is one of them. He is one of them that will not move over from that middle lane no matter what. Now you can see that he's not gaining on anyone really. He should be moving a lot faster. He's in a big fast car there, and yet he's going quite slow. For the A3 that we're on at the moment, he is going actually quite slow. Slow enough for me to actually want to overtake him. And that says something, doesn't it? So we're going to overtake him in a second. And you can see there's lorries to his left hand side. Yes, he is overtaking this lorry. I mean, it's a lorry that's actually turning left, so, and it had L plates on it as well. But that's the only thing that he really overtakes from now onwards. There's another lorry to its left hand side here. Now a big car like that should be pissing all over that lorry, and I don't mean as in just because you got a fast car you should drive it fast, but you should be driving faster than that in this lane. He's not catching the lorry. So how fast did the lorry going? So I'm going to overtake him. And you know, I mean, look at the lorry. I mean, that lorry cannot be going that fast. This guy here is clueless. So we're going to be looking behind this BMW now and see what sort of traffic this numpty causes, and he just hasn't got a clue that he's doing it. Just hasn't got a clue that he's doing it. So we're past the lorry here, and I'm no boy racer, you know, so look how quickly I've gone past the lorry, and he's not even catching it up. Never mind going past it, he's not even catching it up. And now look at the queue of traffic behind him that's starting to mount up. I've shown you this sort of thing before. Because the lorry's there, the inside lane is well and truly knackered. No one can use that because of the lorry there. The middle lane, we got him lane hogging. So the middle lane, because he's going no faster than the lorry, that's knackered. So the whole of the A3 is down to one lane, the outside lane, that anyone can actually drive at any sort of particular speed on. Now I'm not moving over myself to the left because the lane to my right hand side as we're looking at it becomes a slip road, as you can see, and I was overtaking that car, so it was pointless me moving over. But you can see all the way back there in the distance, look at the traffic behind that BMW. It's all it takes is one idiot to make all that traffic. And speaking of idiots, this car to my left hand side here, we've got a junction coming up, a slip road going off. They want that slip road. Why do these cars, and it's always these type of cars, leave it so late to get over? I mean, yeah, it does leave me quite a bit of braking distance, but why leave it so late? Why? In this clip, the last clip of the day, a long video today, over 30 minutes. Anyway, this is a nice little advert as to why you should not undertake people. We're just coming over the top of the M25, the good old M25. We're on the A3. We are looking at this car here that just decides to pull out, even though it's got a bike there, just decides to pull out into the middle lane. I have absolutely no idea why it pulled out into the middle lane. I bet they don't even know why they pulled out into middle lane. But the Mini's going to try and undertake it. Bad move. Bad move. Because basically this guy is clueless and is unpredictable. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He's obviously lost, but there's ways of being lost, isn't there? You don't have to be in the middle lane to be lost. Stay in the left-hand lane and drive slow. I mean, he's driving too slow anyway. He's gone down to about 30 miles an hour on the A3, which is a 50 mile an hour speed limit. And the weird thing is we are coming up to a slip road off, and it wants that slip road. So yeah, bad move to try and undertake someone that's looking like they don't know what they're doing. Just stay behind them or overtake them like I have. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget the live drives on Friday. Starts at 10:30 in the morning. So thanks a lot for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.